Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Cabaret for Freedom. This is our 4th year celebrating an iconic Black person in Black history. We work in partnership with St John's Church, Ayers Road, and Manchester Literature Festival. We hope you will enjoy the various poets and singers who will be sharing their work this evening. Welcome to Cabaret for Freedom. Doo-wop and hate. Blood, blues bleeding into bold women, speaking and singing songs of doo-wop, breathing metallic mustard gas, burning your insides, only seeing on the outside a dead smile, while recklessly dancing to music appropriated from ancestral rites. They are the ones who refuse to lay still like the dead. They were airborne yet wingless. They danced until feet were bloodied blues, bending but never buckling under rash, berating brutes. They wielded cutlasses rusty over time, lay like sentries with locked gates, moving in the realms of angels and demons. They were preachers singing prophetically, with their children strapped to their backs, surviving winter's harsh, spring's wet and insipid, stinking summers of more lost blood and the falling monotony of an autumn life that was never theirs to possess. The prophetesses waxed lyrically with songs of mend your ways and find forgiveness within, as though throats were not raw from crying out for deliverance, songs that would become folklore, changed over time to suit another agenda, as archaeologists would find bones and fill in sentences with their own truths. So in time, even this story would have a new interpretation. They dreamed for their children, big, not small. They saved for their children's futures from the little they did not own. They moved the mountains and stood deep in shit, while telling their children better times are around the corner. Better times are around the corner. They told their children that better times were around the corner. Better times.
My name is Keela Akinola and I'm fortunate to live and be a local councillor in Clifford Ward, Old Trafford, Manchester, where St John's Church is. I'm so pleased to be asked to be part of this Cabaret of Freedom and to talk about Nina Simone, one of the original, unique, intelligent, fierce sisters. There is a saying that well-behaved women seldom make history, and this describes Nina Simone. Nina was an amazing artist and activist. Music was her first love, and she used it to raise awareness about Black people's struggle. When asked in an interview, "Do you sing from anger?" she replied, "No, I sing from intelligence. I don't want them to think I don't know who they are." Nina came from humble beginnings. She taught herself to play the piano. Her first love was classical music, but white society wasn't ready for a Black concert pianist. So she had to carve out her own path. Can you imagine what strength and courage it took for a Black 12-year-old girl in North Carolina to stand up on a stage and refuse to play the piano until they moved her parents from the back of the hall to the front? She described this as being one of those experiences of racism, the first that she could remember, and which then led to her being involved in the civil rights movement, fighting alongside Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. She could see what was happening around her, and she had to speak out about it And that is what we need more of. People within our communities coming together and speaking out about the inequalities and injustices that are in our society. It is only when we come together and get involved that we can change anything. Nina is no longer physically with us, and we are still fighting for what she fought for. Her lyrics from her song, Mississippi, Goddamn, are as relevant today as they were when she wrote them back in 1963. And the reason we still have the Black Lives Matter movements. She writes, picket lines, school boycotts, they try to say it's a communist plot. All I want is equality for my sisters, my brother, my people and me. This is all most people want. We don't want any special treatment. We just want equality for everyone so that we can live together in peace and recognise that we've all got something very special to offer.
This poem is called The Celtic Myth of Esther Koch's Elusive Kiss. A fortnight of ripe blackberry lips, until Anya quits the Isles and takes her repose in Tir na Nog. They slip from my face onto the pavement where only a rogue child might pick. 14 days, and I am all gobbled up. Half-heartedly, a passers-by novelty, a snack for the wee folk who occupy the bramble, the Dina sheep. And like a Blackpool commodity, I'm taken home and out of context, a cheap oddity. Spare supermarket gladioli in late September, stuck in the whoopsie aisle, buffeted by the frozen goods chill that delivers autumn. I am an expired spruce, a last knockings portent of my body's seasonal importance. I waft an easy, sloven attraction in your direction, a reluctant inflorescence. But not one of you desires my corporeal presence. My sexual evanescence hastens no encore. So I invoke a latent femininity that I wield like a sword forged in Hippolyta's hordes. But it's like you're wading along the western trawler and evading my gradients. You desire a voice less deep and a deeper throat, a lighter conversation, but a deeper decolletage, a deeper dinner bowl, flanked by an even deeper gravy bowl. Like silt in a Kerry dell, you have me sail down the Styx into a fey hell. Tiaras and baking paper wings, wands sharper than needles, prick my philtrum, prettiness that stings. And for all this, of my elusive kiss, the salmon in the boyne still sings. You bleeding Egypt, Esther. Be patient. I've taken counsel with the trout, and they know about these things. They're gluttonous for your palate, but by Bridget's word, your kiss is bespoken for kings.
Wind, rush me good, rush me swiftly over sea. Wind, rush me far as far can be. Wind, rush my lover on the wave right after me. Oh, wind, rush me to my destiny. This is the black smoke and factories. This is the bitter cold, no streets of gold, no smiles, no rooms. We walk for miles, no blacks, whites only. I can't believe nobody told me. No sanctuary for me or you. Oh wind, if you could rush me back. But no job, no money, no chance of that. So bedpans it must be. Blood and shit and fear and bile, filth and looks to kill. Laundry till the sun goes down and rises, laundry still. Rail tracks and sawbacks broken, soot on black bodies, pain unspoken. Rise in the dark, fall in the dark. I can't believe nobody told me that the motherland won't hold me, that the motherland would scold me. Less than basic wage or starve, bed is floor, floor is table, occupancy high, rent high, space restricted, mind conflicted. Homesick, food sick, too many people in a room sick, sick and tired, another man fired. I can't believe nobody told me. Wind, rush me good, rush me swiftly overseas. Wind, wash me far as far can be. Wind, rush my lover on the wave right after me. Oh, wind, rush me to my destiny. This is the white snow, this is the black night. No damn respect, no human rights, no woman here to hold me. I can't believe nobody told me. No thanks for me, no Jews. Eat, sleep, work and sing the blues. I wish that they could see the man that I'm supposed to be. Dark and dingy rooms, squalid living, higher rates, so 3 men to a room. Mad men with mad minds broken, trauma and pain unspoken. Cries in the dark as he lies in the dark. I can't believe nobody told me. Why won't the motherland hold me? Why does the motherland scold me? What would I give to be at peace beneath my ackee tree, to bathe in waters deep and green, to sleep within the shade and dream of pretty girls with pretty pearls, white gloves and freshly ironed curls, the way they flirt and hold your stare and act like they don't have a care. How dare you make me think that there is more to life than this, with promises of streets of gold and sanctuary and bliss. Instead, I walk the streets of fear with hand on bloodied head. Survival is my only aim, now people wish me dead. Oh wind, why did you use me, trick me and abuse me? Happily confuse me with dreams that puff from smoky funnels filled with clouds of hope, dangling the promise of a good life from a rope. I can't believe nobody told me England would treat me so coldly, so I fight and struggle boldly. Wind, rush me good, rush me swiftly overseas. Wind, rush me far as far can be. Wind, rush my lover on the wave right after me. Oh, wind, rush me to my destiny. Oh, wind, rush me to my destiny.
Nina, standing on the sea of glass. No one wants to be a mirror, but I'm not opposed to transformation. When glass is formed, it is made object by reoccurrence, by turning up in man-made places, by becoming craft. Glass is a state of matter, not a single material. Glass forms when the molten thing cools so quickly crystalline structures can't reform. They have no time to rearrange themselves. It is a loss of the privilege of memory, a body that has been denied time. Glass is the visible trauma of weather on matter, and I have always found sense and calm in imagining my body as somehow glass sponge-like, that my skeleton is petrified into an out-of-timeness, stillness, holding no memory of what changes around it. I have always wanted to undo myself from hourglass, to petrify time, to refuse reconstruction, to imagine myself both as volcano and the matter being denied reformation. Loving could become a series of interrupting reoccurrences, the smoothness of glass, the undoing of lattice shape. The way a nettle stings you is by syringes of minuscule glass needles, the same material as when glass in a frame breaks and you bleed onto a photograph. I understand the impermanence of work upon the body. I understand the desire for resolution, for meeting the structures through which your grief was struck. And of course I worry you will not change when I change. I worry you are not changing when I am changing. I worry that when we reform, you will not love glass. But I choose glass, not sand. I choose the stormy hot of annealers. Brushing up the glass as part of the ritual work will be used again. I love all bodies that change and make change. The times are weary with survival. And I believe it is the artist's job to refract the times. Thank you.
Don't honor kind deed, can't understand how the good will leave the land, but don't mind them, the kind you so spend. Don't mind them, the evil they do will find them. So don't mind them, I beg, the kind you so spend. I beg, oh, don't mind them, the evil they do will find them. So don't mind them, don't mind them, don't mind them, don't mind them, don't mind them. Ha! No, sir, don't mind them at all, at all. And oh, how they love to beg, love pulling your leg. Once you've been misled, the bed sleep is for the dead. They have so much greed, speak of so much need. Don't honor kind deed, can't understand how the good will leave the land, but don't mind them, the kind you so spend. Don't mind them, the evil they do will find them. So don't mind them, I beg, the kind you so spend. I beg, oh, don't mind them, the evil they do will find them. So don't mind them, 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 don't mind them. I beg, the kind you so spend. I beg, oh, don't mind them, the evil they do will find them. So don't mind them, don't mind them, don't mind them, don't mind them, don't mind them. Ha! I beg, they're kind, you so spared. I beg, oh, don't mind them. The evil they do will find them. So don't mind them, don't mind them. Don't mind them, don't mind them. Don't mind them. Don't mind them. Don't mind them. I beg, they're kind, you so spared. Don't mind them. The evil they do will find them. So don't mind them, don't mind them. Don't mind them, don't mind them. Don't mind them. They come around with the misery they carry. Faces around due to bitterness they bury. Quick to shut down when you're upbeat or you're married. Why? Why? When things are good, they don't wanna talk about it. Let things go wrong and they love to scream and shout it. Maybe one day they'll be okay, but I doubt it. I doubt it too, huh? But don't mind them at all. Don't mind them, I beg, they're kind, you so fair. I beg, oh, don't mind them. The evil they do will find them. So don't mind them, don't mind them. Don't mind them, don't mind them. Don't mind them. Don't mind them. I beg, they're kind, you so fair. I beg, oh, don't mind them. The evil they do will find them. Don't mind them, don't mind them. Don't mind them, don't mind them. Don't mind them. The evil they do, the evil they do, the evil they do will find them. The evil they do, the evil they do, the evil they do, the evil they do will find them. So don't mind them, don't mind them. Let me hear you say don't mind them. Manchester, don't mind them.
Hi, I'm Nasima Bee, and this poem is called For Women, and it's based on Nina Simone's song called For Women, and it is dedicated to Shirley May. Fury's first words are forget about the patriarchy. From the cradle to the catwalk, she holds candle close to face and learns in the shadows that this is a man's world and that her body is holy, and that he should worship it. All legs and mouth full of profanity uncontainable, but you wouldn't dare to question her dress size. Never equal, only whole, haphazard whore, but she's pious with it. All over the place and present, the gift that keeps on giving. This worldie has been around the block a bit. Boobs and bum and belly adorned with stretch marks that travel from navel to thigh gap. Woman's body can withstand, but she's still terrible at sports. Runs like she's on speed or something, ready to leave and raise a village in the breadth of a whisper. Howling from way back when, intonation salient, she's in protest. Picket line, Polly Pocket, pick me up, palm-sized, Peggy Sue, she's an ocean in your mirror, waves lost in jagged cracks, they play back in the ripple effect. And you are a small, small thing. Buoyant in her shadow, straining to keep up, but she is raging. She won't stop for you or look back or breathe. A hot mess on a hot day, a collision you might call it, she holds up traffic. This red light girl is a showstopper, knows how to work for the money, work for her daddy, work for the baby, she gets paid, trying to make ends meet. Every single day, honey doesn't fail. lives on rule dictated by phallic fallacies, draws back to protect her own 2 feet, overstepped like the shape of water in which you are reflected in. Tired with your arms up, ready for her to shoot.
There will be peace on the land. Black people will be free.
My name is Princess Ariola Debita, aka Pia Bites, and this poem is called We Are All Still Listening. We are all still listening. Nina, 9mm, voice ricochets like a warning shot. None of us can dodge this bullet. High priestess of soul, your songs handguns for the women made mute. Eclipsed children turned into echoes for a white eye. The details behind ivory visions are built by ebony women, choking behind noir curtains, muzzled by their courtroom's magic. Women who put spells on spectators that satirize sacred skin. Women not permitted to be soft, yet their souls are flooding sinks of war. The only home for a so-called blackbird is a cage. Freedom is what we chase. Sorrow is only a birthright, a ritual, a coming of age, unraveling as a rite of passage. Blackbirds, sitting at the back of enclosures, still daring to unlock guided gates despite the damage they will spin a wasteland into an oasis. Nina put her praise in her music, called them popular hymns, her life the encore for all the people before her, carving doors out of burning churches to find heaven and inferno. This is her exit, crescendo. And she does it for everything but applause. Her keyboards take the story of an outlaw, a freedom fighter, a victim converted into a victor. When she kills an ill with a minor key, I watch the flight of a winged dream like the speed of shells emptying. How a pistol can both kill and protect me. Now I'm in debt. You made it a little easier for a girl like me to exist. Your life was a war that you fought on your lips. You eclipsed fair to transfix airs. And we are all still listening.
Yeah. No need to hide your face. I won't blame you. It comes and goes in waves. But I don't hate you. I don't think I ever did. Though you denied it, you were fighting a war inside you against him. Did he listen? Oh, she said to me, girl, you know you were so beautiful. Girl, you
the spell broken. Not for those tender hands to hold, not for wanting lightning to strike twice. I wear our mornings, so all can see the thing most beautiful. You, my darling, are in the crystal lakes, overflowing. Our hearts, delicate and dedicated and beating in unison. We listen to the sound we make in this silence. I catch you smiling. I can see your eyes glistening with tears. No one sees us from the pavilion. No one sees except Oshun. For she sees our fragile and knows the wanting, and the woman who has no fear to take what's mine. This vessel of clay listens to Nina Simone and Billie Holiday and Sam Cooke. Red hot fire turns to coal, dank, dark ash. What and who will change this thing of love, of tangled legs and moments of sugary exchange, of love under moonlight and car runs to the seaside, spelling out our names in the sand. With seashells, we listen to the sea below. You brought me there so we could listen to the wisdom of Oshun, who watches from her pavilion, for she sees our fragile and knows our wanting, who casts shadows on our silver, our gold, who can see the airline fractures. This heart, this love, is blooded from the hunt and from the hurt, and from her hunt and her hurt. We are stone, have become this thing. We share it, this tenuous. Oshun said, hold back a quarter of your heart for yourself and make good the undoing outsider's cause. When did this turning happen? Stone have become this thing that we share now. When did Oshun leave us to our own deconstruction? She lost faith when we did. Her pavilion became silent prayers and confettis dried at her altar. Our moments are no longer lucid. Blues, the cold, the floor, the cold, blues, the cold, porcelain on my face. You and that other woman tore this love from my chest, left me suspended in this for a while, in this bleak blankness. Where is the vanguard? It's vanished. That thing that protects us. The gods lost faith in us when we did. When we lost faith in us. Until that summer, you said, remember, so here I am, and here we are.
Hi, I want to read some poems for you, and these poems are inspired by Nina Simone. I'm struck by the way Nina responded to Black women's struggle and wrote songs about and for Black women unapologetically. And whether they be gospels or radical or blues or R&B or jazz. These songs are my attempt to write about Black women and what I see, trying to continue that legacy. Broken gifts. Our mothers give with each spoon that turns in pots on stoves, stirring advice for the daughters to eat. Nowadays, gratitude is locked in an unlit room, and complaints pile out of mouths like cobweb clumps. Gratitude has sunk into our soil like barren rain. In moisture, yields no roses or fleshy fruit. We daughters sit alone at bus stops or in train seats, pouring our distresses into strangers' bodies. We, the lonely, push our laden gifts onto others, our bodies seeking to purge their aching black bags, fill our empty fields with butterflies and cow dung, trying to fertilize the desolate vacuum left by mothers' silences. Last night I slumped into the witness stand of my own dream when I was asked, do we teach our Black young girls to unwrap their gifts of praise slowly? Do we teach our girls to receive praise like lotion, then rub it tenderly into their skin like nutrients? We daughters tried to answer, frozen in the witness stand. We stood mute, our mouths opened repeatedly, but uttered no sound. The voice solemnly told its tale. Mary is weeping blood, brooding for her flagellated girls. Her gifts have failed, and our girls are cast-offs. Where are their mothers to stir the gifts of praise into their cooking pots with wooden spoons to nourish these girls? And the voice replied as if in an undertone to itself, the mothers lacerate their black bodies with cat o' nine whips and anoint the scars with salt. The second poem I'm going to do for you is a poem of prayers. It's called A Litany of Prayers. And they're all different individual prayers. A litany of prayers. Prayer for excommunication. I pray, something so delicate. Torn, asunder, torn, rendered. Fire, burn, my soul broke, torn, asunder, singed in fire, help, please, I'm burning, fire, burning, she be refuge, be fire, burn me, burn, see me, Lord, my blisters burn, my hate burns, oh Lord, they hate me, so I burn, heal me, burn, and I shall pray, burn, let me not perish, let me not burn, oh lit fire, oh sweet burn, I burn, cool, hush, I burn. Prayer for calm. There are plenty pies here, plum pies. A purple stain of sin here sits here, shield of salvation. Brush my cheekbone, Selah. Sin shield, a calm so strong, so still, inside is rupture and roots. They don't anoint black girls' foreheads, saying, you are beautiful, saying, you are pretty. I am that black girl in the mirror. Anoint me, Selah. Rejoice me, Selah. Pray me, Selah. The language of prayer is a languid thing. This language is a chasm to bridge loss. Help me find a voice to let girls speak to their mothers to transmit. This prayer is for salvation, a brown her, beating in black and white beats. I will give everything to hear her voice. Trouble me, yes, with her resurrection, and I will serve you, woman, God, the way I served my mother, flesh of my brown flesh, mother of me. Prayer for vanity. In the mirror, girls' bodies do not rejoice, do not skip to the music of youth. In the mirror, their ears weep from the pitch of their mothers' voices, a hush of insults. I will give you a rejoicing so weeply it will break asunder your laughter of dissatisfaction. It will reside in you. Trouble me to write praise songs. I will give you blessings for the breasts you do not adore. I will give you salvation from the hollow voices of your mother's screams. Repeat after me. I am woman. I am black woman. I am a praise. Prayer for the survivor. Thou shalt dash away words, horrible words, that shall trample down the wickedness of their prayer. Thou shalt lick them down with Rasta woman fire and brimstone. Thou shalt dash away words, horrible words, that shall trample down the wickedness of their power. Thou shalt lick them down with Rasta woman fire and brimstone, and I, woman, shall lop off of Jaja mountain into morning, and I, woman, shall belt out our own redemption song, our own redemption song, our bare breast, the compass for our own survival. And the last poem I'll do is a tribute to my aunt. And it's a testimony to survival, and it's the closest I can get to a song in a poem. Faith. The museum is an empty house, a dead lifestyle. In the living room, pictures of Jesus forlorn, an old rosary hanging over the bed. This how they lived in old times, they tell me. And I understand old ones die like you did, Auntie. The way your soul left your body, blank on bleached sheets. The way these people left their homes. I look at the old bed now. Did a mother die here, choking on her spit too? Is this her rosary? Did she lose it all? I visit the hospital a month before you die. Your left big toe is a blackening cherry. Cut it, we beg or please are mute. You are Taurus, stoic, resolute. The day you lost your rosary, for 2 days we search on the beds and in fruit bowls. You cry non-stop all night. Nurses sift mountains of soiled sheets until the rosary is found nestled in your dirty pillowcase. And when they give it to you, your fingers continued rolling as if it had not stopped. Then you, who clutch your faith like a second skin, whisper to me, I have lost faith with my Lord. And I want to write a hymn for you, where voices lift and sudden black choirs rock. I want to write a hymn for you, where sinners ride weeping bitter tears. I want to write a hymn for you where Baptist priests fling words at the congregation like fire and Catholic priests throw holy water into the sky. I want to write a classic hymns, all harps and harmonicas, a hymn where our slave grandmas lift up their long frocks and trample the earth to sounds of tambourines. I want to write calypso hymns and folk hymns and reggae hymns and joyous hymns. I just want to write sweet, sweet hymns just for you.
Writing art in a pleasant land. The part about how the skin of an archipelago's children is an invitation to be interacted with violently, like we are punch bags of pigment. Writing this is a terrifying intimacy. Writing, I wonder, what sounds did her body make? Did it call to an ache from centuries back of chains clinking when we stepped up to auction blocks, now clanking keys in prison cell locks, an ugly chime of time? how to make it stop. I wonder, what melodic possibilities did her skin make to him, the ones that Nina sings? And I wonder, did Officer Kiddy take a bow when the curtain of inevitability was drawn aside to reveal him a glitch in the system? A mistake. Only to trail another media whiteout veil stitched in colonial drapery's wake. Sarah's long sleep made a dark crimson secret in a few seconds. Her silhouette fades from newspaper pages after one day. Denial falls like a dusk of muffled thuds and scuffling feet. While wondering, I write, there's so much noise out there. No one cares. How do we compete? And I call an abrupt halt to the flow of ink. Listening to Nina Simone sing Four Women that morning, Peaches appeared beside me at my kitchen sink, and I had to grab the edge to steady myself, clasp my throat to catch the breath that was snatched from it. Peaches said her name over and over. Sarah Reed, Sarah Reed, Sarah Reed. She said, my name was never meant to be swallowed sweet, and neither is this sister's. There are no words with sugar on top to talk about the beating of flesh, the sinking of blood in ocean depths, the splatter on urban streets like signatures that spell delete. I have no candy-coated metaphors for the mental gore and shock of the body rent from its psyche to be smashed open and left raw. January 11th, cold in a prison cell. February 2nd, say her name through the Twitter sphere. February 8th, the first vigil. I had not yet shed tears for the deaths my social media timeline pages had fed me, my hands up high at protests, marches and events in solidarity. So many had marched for Black lives in the US matter. So few, why so few knew that it was time to march for Sarah? Humanity stretched thin between the pauses as the Black women and girls stepped up to the coughing loud hailer, one after another, after another, after another, on this cold, cold night, gave account of the unaccounted Sarah Reeds. My body wanted to walk away, hands and feet frozen, but above the biting sting was the frightening bruising that rose to the surface of my skin as their words sank in. I am a Black working-class woman who has suffered from mental ill health. Had it been a subconscious or deliberate thing, getting lost on my way to the protest? I'm a London girl, walking down dead ends, roads of empty warehouses, a North London girl who knows these streets. Lost. I had been hidden, as I did from the words of this poem. As these women spoke, I was restrained from flight. That night I was to snap the key from around my neck, open the door and go inside, and just for a moment see all of her. Sit beside her, our breaths a frosty mist of tears, for the memory of a lost child, of a lost childhood. And Nina's guttural squall, Peaches, could be heard along the steely cold walls that smothered her. Say her name, Sarah Reed. Say her name, Sarah Reed. Say her name. For some reason, deep down in me, I feel she would have thought, in there, she might see her last days. What does it mean to hold that question within you? What does it mean for the loss of her not to be in vain?
me. How I long to rise in the arms of faith and be closer drawn to thee. Draw me nearer, 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 blessed Lord, to the cross where thou hast died. Draw me nearer, 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 blessed Lord, to thy precious bleeding side. Consecrate me now to thy service, Lord, by the power of grace divine. Let my soul look up with a steadfast hope, and my will be lost in thine. Draw me nearer, 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 blessed Lord, to the cross where thou hast died. Draw me nearer, 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 blessed Lord, to thy precious bleeding side. Draw me nearer, 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 blessed Lord, to thy precious bleeding side.
Wow, that was fantastic. I hope you all have enjoyed this year's Cabaret for Freedom. Next year, we hope these empty pews will be full again, people from our diverse community. Meantime, thank you all for logging on, joining in, and make sure you share this opportunity. What wonderful talent we've got to share with the people of Manchester and beyond.
This has been an absolutely fabulous evening. I just want to thank our partners, which is the Arts Council, the Literature Festival, and Trafford Housing. This event couldn't take place without their support, and the support of the diocese. So thank you very much, everyone, for being involved and taking part. Please share our video and make sure you have it in your diary for next year. We will be back.